We are off the ship, and here is Juneau over here. Hey, Mom! First stop, Heritage Coffee Company, the Glacier Cafe location, for some coffee before we head to Mendenhall Glacier. Well, we have just arrived at Mendenhall Glacier. Here's our cute little Turo car that we are borrowing for the day, and Mendenhall Glacier is just back here behind these trees. Mom hasn't seen it yet, so I think this will be probably her very first glacier. So we'll see what she thinks of it. It's much busier today than it was the last time I was here, which is sort of exciting, but there it is. We're making our way down to the waterfront because I want to get a good view. Just down this way. It is so peaceful and quiet. Right up here is the visitor center. I don't know if we're going to go up there. I know there's a lot of people in there because I can see them in the window. But I do think we're going to do the hike out to Nugget Falls, which is right over there. We changed our mind. We are going to go into the visitor center. We're going to take the elevator up because they have a national parks passport, and this is where you get the stamp. You have to come inside.
Yeah, you have to come inside.
Because they're not going to do it outside.
They're not. No.
There's no one outside with a stamp, so you'll have to bring it inside for someone to stamp it. So I just came outside from the visitor center, so you can come out this door, and there's a viewing pad out here, and you can see that there are lots of people here, but even with all the people here, it does not feel really crowded. There's just a lot of, places for people to go and be. So it is really nice. We can see that there are people out by Nugget Falls all the way out there. There's also like a group of kayakers on the water just out here. So lots of things for people to do out here at Mendenhall Glacier. And from this point that I'm standing on out here, there are several trails that we can do. So there's the Trail of Time, the East Glacier Trailhead, Nugget Falls Trailhead, and the Photo Point Trailhead. So Nugget Falls Trailhead is this way. I don't know if we'll go down these stairs or if we'll take the elevator back down, but there are a couple of ways to get back down to the trailhead. We did get really lucky with the weather. Like, so far we've been extremely lucky on this trip. We've got blue skies today. It's cool closer to the water just because of the cold air blowing off of the glacier. But like right now, I'm almost warm / hot. But I know that as we get closer to like Nugget Falls, it's gonna be really cold. So I'm gonna keep the coat on. But really lucky with the weather. No rain yet. I mean, we've been so blessed. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about Mendenhall Glacier because I've been here before, so it's a little bit less exciting for me today than it was the first time I was here. It's still incredible, it's still beautiful. One of the things that I find most impressive is that you used to be able to touch the glacier from the face of this building, the visitor center. I think the sign says 1935. So you used to be able to touch it from here, and it has receded so much so quickly. So we don't know what we'll be able to see from here in 100 years, but for now it's still a really pretty good view. And honestly, 100 years ago, or even, I mean, yeah, 100 years ago, this wouldn't have been a great photo point just because you would have been so close you wouldn't be able to take a good picture. But now, I mean, it's a really beautiful setting. We have been so lucky with weather on this trip. We are not too cold. I know I've said that it's cold. We expected that, we're ready for it, but it's just still really shocking when you're coming from Florida. But we're ready now. We have not been rained on. We have sunshine in Juneau. We've got blue skies here, and it's beautiful. Also, I want to talk a little bit about accessibility because the glacier hiking trails clearly are not accessible, but the visitor center here is. There are elevators, lots of stairs, so if you can't do the stairs, you can do the elevators. And then there's like really great viewpoints from upstairs, because right now I'm underneath the viewpoint, like the inside viewpoint. So if it is cold and rainy, you've got an inside viewpoint and you have an outdoor one as well. So I think that this visitor center was planned and made very well. I think it was built really well. So let's go meet Mom and Adam and Sherry for the Nugget Falls trailhead. Alright, so here is the trail, or part of it, to Nugget Falls. I think it's pretty smooth. I think if you had a stroller, you could take a stroller on this. I don't know about taking an ACV on this just because of all the gravel or wheelchair, but I think you could take a stroller. And Mom just made a really good point. The distance would make the difference because this is a 2-mile round trip hike. So out to Nugget Falls, 2 miles round trip. If you can't make 2 miles, don't do it. There's a closer or a shorter walk called the Photo Point Trailhead. Alright, now we're close. So from here, you can see the visitor center way over there. And then of course the snow-capped mountains behind. And then just over this way, behind Mom's head, Mendenhall Glacier is just back here. And here is Nugget Falls. Just like that, our time at the waterfall is done, and it is time for us to head back to the visitor center. So this waterfall is not Nugget Falls, but it's pretty too. All right, Ma.
My thoughts
On Mendenhall, what do you think?
It's amazing to see. I mean, you can imagine what it's like, you know, on camera and sort of capture it, but it's really not like being there and seeing it and hearing it and feeling it in person. Because it is tremendous.
Yeah, and Nugget Falls.
I loved that.
You liked the walkout?
Yeah, I did. I liked the hike. You can't really sit. There's only a couple places to sit on the way out there.
Yeah.
It was not as strenuous as what I feared it might be. And, you know, I don't consider myself in good shape, but I was still able to, you know, manage it and do well with it. I didn't have to stop. I didn't fall. I didn't feel like I was going to fall. I didn't run out of breath. So it's not even like taking a flight of stairs. Stomp, stomp, stomp. You know, it's just that it's not necessarily even ground. So your footing, I think, is what puts people at risk.
Yeah.
But to me, it didn't seem like it was as steep as what I feared it was going to be.
Yeah.
Coming out or going back.
Yeah, because I know going out there you were really concerned that it was going to be really steep coming back, because it did seem like we were going downhill.
But then on the way back,
it wasn't so bad.
It.
Yeah, and you did great. You were a real trooper. So I'm glad we brought you. Glad you had a good time.
Glad I got to see it. Yeah.
Now we are headed back to the car so we can go to our next stop. Our next stop is the Shrine of St. Therese. I have wanted to bring Mom here since I came here for the first time. It is just so peaceful, quiet. She loves visiting churches when we travel, so I figured this is something she would enjoy. So I'm glad I get to finally say that I brought her here. I want to remark that it is May 23rd. And these are daffodils, and we don't have daffodils in Florida because they have to have a hard freeze. And I miss this, but living in Missouri. But they're just now blooming here. They've got beautiful tulips. This is so pretty. There's a dog just sort of hanging out. There's a prayer labyrinth right up here. Here's some history on labyrinths. I would think this would be really peaceful or calming, maybe. Keep you busy somehow. And it's in such a beautiful setting. And then of course there's the island right over here with the walking path with the Stations of the Cross and the church on the island. So I have to take Mom over there. And these right here are teeny tiny forget-me-nots, which are the Alaska state flower. Alright, Mom, first impressions. What do you think?
I'm impressed. This is beautiful.
You see why I wanted to bring you here?
Yeah.
And it just doesn't translate to video. we're just sort of camped out here on the island with the chapel watching whales. Because there's a humpback whale just right out here. You can almost see it right there. This is so cool. When I've come here before, just once, I always wondered if I would be able to see whales from here one day. And now I can say that I have. That was really special. That was really, really cool. We're gonna check out the gift shop before we go. See if there's anything we want to give them money for. Well, it's a nice gift shop with all kinds of things. They do have more things in here than they did the last time I was here. And they have some really cool mugs. So, I like this one. The Shrine of St. Therese with the picture on it. I think that one's nice. They didn't have that the last time I was here. They've got some medals, like saint medals, holy medals. Lots and lots and lots of books, postcards. But I don't think that there's anything in here that I need to take home with me. So, I'm ready to go when you are, Mom. Our time here at the shrine is coming to an end. I think we're ready to go to our next stop, which will be lunch at Forbidden Peak Brewery, which is another place I'm very excited to take her to. It's lunchtime! We're here at Forbidden Peak Brewery here in Auk Bay. Here's Auk Bay. So, let's eat. Alright, we have 3 beer flights on the table, and Sherry has a Marionberry soda, which is delicious, but we also have food. We have fish and chips, another fish and chips, a pig in-out burger, and then a burger royale. Yep. And I think they make their bread and butter pickles like homemade. And Red Spruce is like a food truck, but not a food truck. It's just like a kitchen here inside Forbidden Peak Brewery. So, yum. And actually, I don't normally eat fries, but these are good. Well, clearly, we hated our food and the beer. It was nasty. Couldn't stand the sight of it. Actually, it was delicious, and
It was yummy.
yeah, I want to eat that last bite, but I really shouldn't.
That's the way I feel about the fish and the chips.
Yeah, the fish was really, really good, very fresh, and their fry sauce was delicious. And the beer is good, so I'm happy and my tummy is happy. We're gonna take a look at their gift shop, their merchandise, just because we want to. We don't really need anything, but we're on vacation. Maybe we'll find something we want to take home. They have frisbees and koozies and Bigfoot rescue kits and shot glasses, lots of hats. This one's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Oh, and they have it in red too. This is a sweatshirt and it's so soft. This is a candle. Winter spruce. Smells nice. I like how they show you the design of the shirt at the top. I like this one. That one's nice. We just came outside and Adam has made a friend.
Oh my god.
And suddenly we are back in downtown Juneau, and we're going to check out the Chilkat River Trading Company, which is a locally owned native store with native products, which I think is really cool. We are making our way to Amalga Distillery because it's a local distillery, and I've had their gin and I really liked it, so I want to see what else they have here. Well, we got to try their gin and their whiskey. I didn't know that they made a whiskey. And then we drank drinks. They had one called the Sleepy Bee, and it had like a chamomile mint tea with the gin, and it was delicious. But it's like a really cool venue in here too. We found a bookstore. It's just Sherry and I in here right now. Mom and Adam went to the Harley Davidson store, so Sherry and I came here. Not because we need anything. There is a library on the ship, but Where there is a bookstore, we will go. Up next, the Red Dog Mercantile. It's like the Red Dog Saloon, but it's their shop. So, let's go in and see if we can find Mom a t-shirt. Looks like she found one. You like it?
Uh-huh, you think it'll fit me?
I don't know. There's a bald eagle flying around just right up here. Just casual, very chill. I can't get over the weather today. Everyone is saying how it's unseasonably hot, it's very clear. So apparently we brought the Florida sunshine with us. I'm not complaining, I like it. Here's an eagle. And since I didn't show you what the Red Dog Saloon looks like, here is the Red Dog Saloon. Well, it's 5:45 and we are on Douglas Island and we're gonna have dinner at the Island Pub with some friends who live here in Juneau / Douglas. Hey!
We'll go for a ride?
I've never
I bet
seen
we could sneak you on the... You need to shave.
Hey, mustache.
And just like that, we are back at the ship. So we were on this island over here, that's Douglas Island, that's where we had dinner. But now we're back at the ship. What time is it, Mom? 6:45? 7:20. So all aboard is 8:45. Really long port day today. But we're beat. We're tired and ready. I'm ready to go to bed.
We had a lot of walking in.
Yeah, it was a really big day. It was a big day. We did a lot today. So anyway, we're gonna...
6 miles.
So I think we're gonna go find a port wine at Crooner's to take back to the room with us. And we're gonna go put on some Love Boat.
Yep.
Yep, and go to sleep. So we might actually just end the vlog for today right here, Mom.
You bet.
Any last words? How was Juneau? Did you have a good time?
I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
Really enjoyed it.
I thought
we
it
had
was
a great
nice.
day.
Weather was perfect. We couldn't have asked for a better weather day. This was
Oh
wonderful.
my gosh, the weather was fantastic.
We got to do everything that we wanted to do today.
It was sunny, it was pleasant, it didn't rain on us.
We did some shopping.
Yeah.
We got to see Mendenhall Glacier. We got to go to the shrine.
Got me a new red t-shirt.
We went to Heritage Coffee.
Yeah.
It was great. We're really happy. So I think that's it. You guys will see us tomorrow in Skagway. Bye.